Hey there, everybody. It's your girl, Barbie J here, recapping and reviewing from her new channel, Hey Barbie J. And tonight we're talking about Tyler Perry's comedy drama, ZATIMA, Season 2, Episode 11, Out of Love. And this was a real good episode. The synopsis for it said Zach and Fatima deal with the fallout of their intense argument. True. Bryce tries to get back to business with Zach. That's true. And Zach gets encouragement from the last person he expected. And you know what? I wasn't surprised by who this person was. So let's jump right in with this recap review. But first, if you have not subscribed to this channel as of yet, please take a moment and subscribe. Help me to build up this channel since I no longer am monetized on the other one. Remember, YouTube put me on a suspension. So now I need you all to subscribe here right now. Now I need you to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I need those watch time hours, y'all. 4,000 watch time hours. So please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Now, it starts with Fatima walking into the house where Angela and Zach jumps up into her face saying that she lied to him about that therapist. He asked Fatima what were her deal breakers, and she refused to say, talking about she's not going to do this with him. And he told her, don't cheat and don't lie. That's what you said. But she lied to him about the therapist. Angela kept trying to chime in to defend Fatima instead of minding her own damn business. You know what I mean? And because when she had her issue with Bryce, she didn't have any words for him, right? No, she wanted Zach and Fatima to be a buffer between them so that she didn't have to deal with him, like having dinner at her house and all of that stuff. Anyways, when Zach kept asking what's wrong with me, am I bad? I felt so bad with him. He kept saying, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Angela, what's wrong? And Angela didn't know what to say either. But I felt bad for him in that moment. Fatima tells him he's bad because he doesn't know how to let her love him. He says, what the F are you talking about? I let you love me all the time. And she says, what, sex? And he's like, that's part of it. So she asks, does he love Connie too? And he said, yes. And I effed her. And Fatima smacked him. And Zach got in her face and told her not to do that again. And she's like, then get the F out of my face so I could get my ish. And Angela says, Fatima, let's go. Because she sees things are getting out of control with them. And Zach goes, crazy and everything. He gets mad and he calls them. He said, you biatches are tripping. And Fatima responded, nigga, you tripping. And then Fatima said, you treating me like this over your effing mama? And Zach jumped up and said, don't you say ish about my mother. She is off effing limits. And he breaks a glass and gets in Fatima's face, mad as hell. He tells her she gotta go. And Fatima said, no, she ain't going nowhere. And she sits down and crosses her arms and her legs. So because she wouldn't leave, Zach started saying, yeah, I effed her real hard and good. So Fatima takes her engagement ring and throws it at him. And Zach tells her to take that biatch with her and leave. And I'm thinking he was talking about Angela when he said that. I don't know. Then he tells Fatima that she's just like the woman she's judging. And so she says he don't respect her and made a comment about keeping Iggers off of her out of respect for him, but no more. And Zach said he don't give a F no more. And so then she and Angela left and Zach screamed out in pain, ah! But I gotta tell y'all something. Fatima pushed him to go see Zach, his mama. She pushed Zach to go see his mama when Zach didn't want to. Y'all go back in those episodes in I think it was season 1. I don't think it was season 2. And he didn't want to go be bothered, and she thought it would be a good idea for him to see her and rebuild this relationship or whatever, work through his issues. But it kind of wasn't. I don't know. Look at what's happening now because he reverted. You know what I mean? Anyway, so next we see Fatima's mama and daddy at home, and she wants to go talk to Fatima before she gets to work. Her husband tells her that she was too hard on Zach the night before. Then Fatima comes in and tells him that she and Zach broke up, and her mother says she's sorry to hear that. And Fatima looked at her like she had 3 heads and said, isn't this what you wanted? And she said that she came to tell them not to go over there since she's not there anymore. I'm like, why would they have done that? And to me, you could have made a phone call for that. I'm just saying, why you had to come there for that? Anyway, Fatima wants to grab some clothes from her old room, and her mother says, that stuff is old. I don't want you to wear that to work. Then what you gonna do? You gonna buy me some new stuff, mama? You know, that's what I was saying in my head. But so Fatima says, you know what, you right. She'll go to her storage and get something out to wear. They say their I love yous to each other, and she leaves. Her dad says he hates to see her like that. And her mother said, that boy is bad news. Now, you just said you hate to see that they break up. I hear that. And then you talking about he bad news. You know what? Mama, you full of it. So Zach is moping in the office when Bryce comes in asking Zach to take another look at this great business deal. And Zach doesn't want to do it. Then Bryce asks, are we ever going to get past this thing that I did? And Zach says he doesn't think Bryce can. And Bryce says, you don't know me, bro. I can stay focused on business and everything. You're not into what I'm into, and that's cool. That's it. You know, that's it. So then Zach asks him, does he think that he sabotages things? And Bryce said, no. Then Bryce told Zach, because Zach said, no, for real. And Bryce told Zach that he thinks he is scared of what he can be. And Zach asks, what does that mean? And Bryce explains. Then Nathan and Tony come in with all of this high energy and asking Bryce, yo, what up? And what's going on? When you coming back and ball with us, all of this stuff. You know, and then Bryce said he'll let them know. And they were like, oh, yeah, you with that black girl now, right? With the big booty and all this stuff, you know. And you know Nate. That's Nate doing all of that. So anyway, Bryce leaves. They ask Zach if he's okay. Then Nate tells Zach that Fatima put single on her profile page. And I'm sitting there going, how does Nate know that? How does Nate know that? Because what is he following Fatima? First of all, y'all remember in the first part of this season, somebody created a profile for Fatima. It wasn't Fatima who created it. So what's up with that? You know what I mean? Anyway, he said when Fatima put single on her profile page, the streets lit up like the 4th of July, like everybody wanted her. So they want to know what happened, and Zach told them what his moms told Fatima, and that's why they broke up. And Nate immediately believed, you know, that he slept with Connie, but Tony didn't. And Zach said he did not sleep with Connie, you know, or have sex with Connie, whatever. Because like Tony said, if Zach had sex with Connie, he wouldn't have been up there only 10 minutes. He would have been up there at least an hour, you know. He would have came down and told us about it, and he didn't. So anyway, so now that Zach attack is back, Nate met some female. Come to find out, I think the female is Belinda, and she invited him to an open mic at a club, and they encouraged Zach to go out and not sit in his office and sulk. So Zach said, okay. Now we have Fatima in Angela's house, and she asked for something strong to drink. And Angela's like, I ain't got nothing, but I got some weed. And Fatima's like, bet, okay. So then they decided that they need a night out. Well, it was really Fatima, and she didn't want to sit in the house being unhappy. So Fatima calls Paul like it's nothing. And Paul wasn't even curious as to why she calling. And she asked, does he want to go out to dinner tonight? And if he has a friend that he can introduce to Angela. So he said, he'll make some calls. And Fatima says that she told Angela, I went to my storage and got out all my sexy dresses, and then I'm getting back to me. I said, okay, girl, I hear you. So then Zach leaves out of his house, and Fatima's father walks up and asks to talk to him. Zach is like, Fatima ain't here. He said, good, because I want to talk to you. So we could talk out. Can we go inside? And he said, no, we could talk out here. Then Zasia yells, hey, neighbor, from her balcony. And Fatima's father's like, hey. And he all smiles. And Zach's like, I think she's talking to me. So Deja asks if Fatima got served yet. And if she hasn't, she's going to get served soon. And Zach's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Then Deja asks, who's this? And he said, my name's Henry. I'm a Capricorn. I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. Then she asks, is everything okay? She heard glass breaking over there yesterday. And Zach tells her to mind her damn business. And because she wanted to know what it was. So she asked Henry what he does, because he had a nice car. And he tells her he's a retired judge and a lawyer. She said, ooh, baby, you got money. And that's when Zach said, okay, let's go inside. And Deja said, bye, Grandpa. So they get inside, and as I suspected, Fatima's stepfather is a cool dude, one serious cool dude. He apologized to Zach about last night. Then he dropped some wisdom and knowledge on Zach regarding relationships, Fatima, and therapy. Zach told him why they broke up and that he didn't have sex with Connie. Henry says to tell Fatima, and Zach said, why? She ain't going to believe me. None of y'all think I'm good enough for her anyway, so might as well make it easy for her and let her believe that. So He's like, you going to make it hard for yourself? He's like, if I have to. And Henry says, son, you're scared. And Zach says, why everyone keeps saying that? But I'm not. And Henry tells him he got to man up, fix this, tell the truth, give it a chance. He said, my daughter's a catcher. She loves you. So Henry is explaining things to Zach about women, and he's using foul language while he's doing that. And Zach is like, ain't you a judge? Why you talking like that? Henry said, honey, son, I'm still that nigga from Southside Chicago. I said, oh, right now. So he tells Zach to go fix things. Don't take too long, because when people are hurt, they do stupid things. And Zach's like, what you think I'm going to do? He said, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about Fatima. And lastly, this whole conversation, he said, never happened. And Zach said, I got you. So they shake hands, and then Henry asks, can he get Deja's number? And Zach said, what you can get is shot by wifey, so you better chill. So Zach walked him to the door and said, I appreciate you. And then when Henry left, he said, that old nigga was, what did he say? That old nigga was matching, and he kind of smooth too. So then Fatima, Angela, Paul, and his friend are out in the club. And Paul asks her about Zach, and she says, we're over. And he says he's sorry to hear that. Here we go again. And she's like, no, you aren't. But he said, yeah, he really is. Then the host gets up on the stage, and she gets to the mic, and she's thanking folks for coming out. And it's Belinda. So Fatima and Angela decide that they're going to leave. So they stand up, and Belinda spots them in the crowd and asks them to stay because she wants to. She said, those my girls. Oh, y'all leaving already? And Belinda, Angela's like, oh, we got reservations. She said, no, because I want to introduce my next performer. And she calls out Fatima to sing. So Fatima's like turning like, let's go. And Angela said, no, look. And she's like, what? And she sees spots, Zach in the back with his boys. So Fatima said, okay, bet, I'm going to sing. And she gets up there and starts singing Alicia Keys' song, I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I said, you better go, girl. You better sing. And when she said you, she pointed at Zach, you. I said, uh-oh. And Zach's sitting there like, whatever. He don't know what to say. He just looking. And when she finished singing, she said, what? And gave the mic to the people. And she walked out, told Paul, come on. And she walked past Zach and stuff. And Paul kind of looked at Zach and her boys. They looking at him, and they walked out. And that's how it ended. So y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all thought about this episode. I thought it was great. It was a very good episode. I really loved the part with the father. That was like really powerful. I even liked that argument because it was good acting. They was great. They was getting it in. Zach and Fatima was doing their thing. Doval and Crystal, y'all was doing it. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and share. I was gonna say swear. Anyway, this your girl Barbie J saying see you in the next video. Peace.